back, guys, to Craig Reacts, and this is a bit of a different one. The channel started with scary videos, and myself and Gillian are massive horror movie fans. Now, we're going to talk a bit about my favourite horror movie, and that would be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, when I say I'm a fan, I've probably watched it too many times. So we have a small collection of DVDs and Blu-rays here. I'm just going to quickly show. There's our first little collector's item. That was a gift. I think that was a Valentine's Day gift. Shows you our relationship. But the reason that we're going through all this kind of stuff is because there is a video game getting released called the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The game, I think, official game. And a bit of footage has been released recently. The trailer came out before Christmas, I think, or maybe shortly after Christmas. Before Christmas. Now, in the last few days, some footage has been released, and they're comparing it with the actual movie. But I just want to show off my small collection of Texas Chainsaw Massacre stuff. So, original movie. This is what started it for me, and this is when it first came out in the UK, was this box set. Or this special edition. This was one of the first things I purchased from my very first job. And I'm just going to see the year that this came out. Yeah, 2002. So I had just started my job at the time. So this is if I can get in shot. DVD with some special features. Came with a free poster, which I didn't get at the time, but I ended up buying afterwards. It's in bad nick. I'll be honest, it's in bad nick. With a real funky book on the inside. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So yeah, this is what kickstarted the obsession. Love that movie. Now, recently we watched the Netflix sort of, it's a sequel. It was gory as hell. It was entertaining, but it kind of ruined it for me a few bits. I mean, they killed off Sally in the worst possible way. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the Netflix special. We're going to get to the game. So that was that. Then I bought that. I think that's an eBay purchase. I just wanted to get every cover at one stage. I was like, oh, I want that one. I want that one. I believe this is like the director's cut of sorts. And then the steelbook. Just because it looks amazing. Quite an epic shot. Again, they all come with the same special features and stuff, so I'm not getting anything spectacular with it. Then we come to Blu-ray part of the world. Very cool steelbook. Very cool. You can see that in the background. Chainsaw above his head. Love it. Then we come to something which actually kind of is a collector's item. There was only 5,000 of these. This is the German Blu-ray. Now look at that sexy motherfucker there. What a piece of art. If my camera will focus. That is amazing. The number 3,451 of this. I love that. That's a prized possession. And then, not a lot of people are massive fans of it. Excusez-moi. But they made a sequel. And the sequel is very entertaining. Very entertaining. Tobe Hooper did it as well. I mean, there's multiple films since. But Tobe Hooper's sequel is the only good one. So, I mean, this box set as well is sort of a prized possession. The innards of this are very good. Such cool art. And then this beast of a book. Well, I say beast. For coming inside a DVD, it's a beast of a book. Dennis Hopper, what a legend. So yeah, bit of an obsession when it comes to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Love it. It's a movie that's watched multiple times a year, along with a few others. I mean, if we were talking top 3 best movies or favorite movies, Dawn of the Dead Part 2, Dawn of the Dead Part 2, Dawn of the Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead. That is a separate video on its own. That is my top film ever. Then we've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then Blade Runner. The original. Well, I say original. Again, I could. How many versions of the original is there? The first Blade Runner. I enjoyed the second. I really, really enjoyed the second one as well. But that's for another video as well. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Is what we're talking about now. So, if anybody has a gamer, they would have seen the Friday the 13th game that came out a few years back. Pretty entertaining. You play as the main characters from a couple of the films, and you play as a few different versions of Jason. And this is coming from the creators of that. So I'm guessing it's a similar type setup. You'd have to try and survive and get away from Leatherface. So what we'll do is we'll watch the trailer that came out before Christmas last year. Not a lot. I've seen it. Oh, spoiler alert. It doesn't give a lot of gameplay away yet. We're in the real early stages of this. It's just sort of setting up the tone. So here's the trailer. I think they're nailing the vibe of it. But again, I hate these fucking trailers that don't show you anything. But that's just me. Love it. I love that too. A multiplayer horror game based on true events. Love it. Okay, so doesn't exactly give much away. We'll agree on that. As these trailers are known to do. It's just a tease. I don't even know if there's been a release date announced. Just reading the blurb on this one. But what this next video is, which is what I'm looking forward to the most, is a sort of side-by-side comparison of them recreating the actual parts of the game, or not parts of the movie, in the game, and how accurate they are. I've seen snippets. So let me know what you think about this, if you're a fan of the movie. I'm loving this background crack here too. Game still in development, visuals not final. Well, that ain't that true about every game. So here we go. I mean, straight off the bat, look at that. Okay, I suppose they couldn't use Coca-Cola. They had to. That is, I mean, you gotta agree that is spot on there, like spot on. And if you don't know, as much of a nerd I am, that petrol station is still there, a gas station, and it's a barbecue joint, genuine barbecue joint. That is amazing. I think they've nailed that. Yeah. Nailed that as well. Again, this is, in my mind, okay, I have a feeling we're going to be running through all these places. This is going to be the chases are going to take part. Nailed that. That's spot on as well. And of course, one like more iconic shots. I mean, visually, I mean, a lot of it. You could say that about a lot of games. Visually, it looks so good. And look at that. Look at that. That one maybe not as much. There's a lot of. It's very dark in the original, I suppose. They've made that room look a hell of a lot bigger in the game version. The movie version, to me that's very shallow, but they've made that look massive. Isn't that a chair? And that's a chair. When that's not, it's a wall there. Okay. It looks amazing, but I can't knock it. So there you go. That's the tease. I don't actually know a date. Should have looked that up before I started this video, but as a big Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan, I have got high hopes. High hopes for this. It looks very, very good. But I mean, when it comes to movie, there's very few movie adaptations, I would say. A movie going into a game that's good. Would that be a correct assessment? I enjoyed the Friday the 13th, and it sort of nailed the vibe of the movie. So I'm hoping that because it's from the same guys, that this will be a success. As I've said there at the start, massive fan of the movie. So high hopes. If you have any comments on that, do hit me up. Let me know what you think. If you'd like me to comment on any of the other movies that I mentioned that were my favourites, please do. I'll do a short video on each. But yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Show you all guys the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that's on the way. And yeah, see you in the next one, guys.